It's been too long. All right, we got that fixed. Oh, hey, hi, hello. We are here. Welcome. As I'm in the process of getting everything set back up. We're gonna go around the room, introduce who we're gonna be playing as this evening, and we'll go ahead and get right into our recap. So, Warren, take it away now.
Classic. I'm Warren. I am playing Eddie, who I think is currently picking flowers and writing songs about it while his friends kill each other.
That seems pretty. I mean, I'd rather do that than worry about fighting a terrible monster. If I'm gonna be real honest,
He should
At
be
least the
running
flowers
or
were out of the frame.
fighting.
that's true.
And they're poison flowers. They're like poison Cthulhu flowers. It's not a good scene.
Did we
Poison.
establish that? I know you're like smelling them, and did I try to get you to taste one?
There was an attempt, but he was too busy trying to pull the petals and seeing like, oh, he sees me.
I'm
He
pretty sure I
doesn't see
ate
me.
one. I'm pretty sure I ate one. I don't recall.
And you're fine.
Yeah, see,
Do it again.
Am I fine? Am I going to make it out of this building alive?
is anyone is the real question.
Every
Yes.
flower in the Amazon is edible. Where they get all their medicine.
See. Next up we have Ian.
Hey, hi, hello. My name is Ian. I am playing Parker Rollins, part-time librarian, full-time trying to survive this spooky place. I'm a little bit upset because, the one time that I've had to use my blade specialization, I've been forced to run away in terror. And you know what? I think I might just keep going. I might just be gone. Just bye.
Goodbye. Seems pretty good. Donnie.
I'm Donnie, and I am playing William Porter, a renowned author of historical fiction, finding himself in kind of a writer's block and trying to gain some experiences here in town. Unfortunately for William, these experiences are a little bit too close to the page. In our last incursion, William went a little bit mad and might have swung a few times at what he perceived as shadows, but in reality were who was it? Who was it? Frank, I think. No, not Frank. Who was Patrick?
Patrick. Yep.
Yeah, I might have got a hit off of Patrick. Luckily, I'm not too great at fighting, so it was mostly whiffs.
All right, and last but not least, JJ.
Oh, I'm playing Frank Russo. Apparently, I almost died, and just like most traumatic events, don't remember how.
Pretty
uh,
on brand.
and I'm just trying to survive. I don't really know what's going on. I punch things, and I talk fast.
I love that for you. As a minor recap, you guys did go back into the wonderful, wonderful warehouse of George and try to go ahead and some of you decided to put back some of these artifacts that you guys may or may not have taken for safekeeping. And as you guys were in the process of putting them back, you guys did have the driver that was walking around with you disappeared. Shortly after, you guys did find a skeleton picked clean, besides some little bits and pieces that were holding it all together. And very quickly, the lights began to starting to flicker and even began to turn off, coming from the pyramid and heading towards the front door. As you guys were in the process of running towards the front door, a shadow appeared, blocking your guys' path. as you guys were in the process of trying to make your way around, you guys found a very large and disturbing creature. Mostly covered in still some parts of skin, but has tons and tons of bolts and nails sort of hammered into it, as it was also missing the head, and the neck was sort of twisted going upwards. You recognize this individual, at least the body outline, to be the driver that was missing. Combat ensued. Shots were fired. Punches were landed. People were bitten. All in all, most of you have gained some sort of short bout of madness, where Patrick decided to take off running. No, actually, excuse me. Parker took off running into the car and floored it to the interstate as quickly as possible. Patrick kept his ground and shooting this large monstrosity the best he could. While William was in the process of trying to beat the crap out of any of these individuals, because no one looked like themselves in this madness, Frank was also there, throwing some punches the best he could on this thing, while also dipping and dodging and ducking and weaving around not only this big monster, but also William. And we had, last but not least, we had Eddie sitting off in the forest, off on the side, and just smelling the flowers, looking at them, really just encapsulated by all of anything floral in nature. And he also composed a sick song about a purple lotus. But nonetheless, barely you guys have made it out alive. And that is where we are picking up. The monster has been slain. Multiple chunks of it are missing thanks to the shotgun blast from Patrick. But Patrick is also not looking very well off, and neither is our friend Frank, who has a major wound.
Where is that major wound located?
It is actually on your shoulder, where a big part of you got bitten.
I mean, it's not a vital area, so.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need your shoulder.
Nah.
Shoulders
I
are
mean-
for chumps.
You actually don't.
As a boxer, you may.
Two
I gave up on
two
that
people
last-
need their shoulder. Quarterbacks.
Exactly.
The rest,
Mm.
we don't need
I
them.
feel like there's more careers that need shoulders, but we can start there.
Yeah, it's a good place to start.
Backpackers.
Nah.
They need backs.
Yeah.
That's it.
They just. But yeah, that's where we are picking up. It's a few moments after, I should say, everyone has come out of their bout of madness. Probably a little bit more worse for wear than not.
Vision has returned to normal, and I'm coming to.
Mm-hmm.
I see maybe a little bit of blood on my machete. Oh. I think the threat is gone, and I'll look at the grotesque body that's laying on the ground and try to, I don't know, hide my disgust and maybe get a little poke with the tip of the machete. I'm going to assume, the shadows I struck, maybe I can realize now that they were just hallucinations, and maybe that blood was, for now, I'm assuming it's the giant.
It's what you're hoping for.
I'm not sure if
respect it.
Patrick, since Patrick isn't here to speak for it, no harm was done.
Nothing.
What just happened?
I don't know, but I'm bleeding. I'm just like, I take my coat off and I just start like trying to wrap it. It won't
Oh,
stop
jeez.
bleeding.
We are within the amount of time where if someone would like to use a first aid, that is definitely possible, or do a medicine, or both technically are able to do if you would like to.
Have I gotten back there yet?
Oh no, you have a little bit before you get back since you are currently on the interstate and have to turn around. You were about a mile and a half away at this point.
Cool.
I do have a first aid kit, so I will rush over there and I will attempt it.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
I'm still
Oh,
fixated on his
That's not
body.
that's not a success.
Oh.
It's like I don't know what came over
Did you
me.
just open the wound wider?
I think I just packed it full of poisonous flowers. I think
Probably.
the insanity is not quite gone yet. It smells
Am I
nice
dead
though.
now?
Can you luck out of
critical
that?
failure.
Maybe.
Josh is like, you reached out to try to fix his hole. You end up stabbing his artery. He bleeds out and dies.
That's a
I think
fumble,
9.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's a critical. Yeah. I think
Absolutely,
you can
it
spend
is.
5 luck to luck out of it.
Well, I don't think you can fumble, or I don't think you can luck out of a fumble though. Is what I'm trying to look up real quick.
Maybe.
I mean, I can just die and go back to Cyberpunk. I'll see you guys next week.
Here, let me try. Just stab him with my machete. Nope. Made it worse.
It's tragic. He
I
died fighting the
I
monster.
don't even have to kill you guys off for tonight's episode. It's just you guys will do it to each other.
So anyway, I come driving in at 120 miles per hour.
I get absolutely
Wrong
creamed in the
game,
head
wrong
by your
game.
car.
Oh, my bad.
He's like, he's already dead. What the fuck?
Ian is in the best spot here. They could just like keep
I'm
driving.
I'm just
You
gone.
just go home.
Bye. See y'all next week, everybody. Have.
They just go home. They just sit down. How was your trip, honey? I didn't go on a trip. I don't want to talk about it.
I've been here the
I
whole time.
I didn't go anywhere. Yes, you did. I didn't go anywhere.
Oh no. That is terrifying.
I would just be like, well, my significant other killed a man.
Luck can be used to
And,
avoid fumbles.
Luck can be used to avoid fumbles.
Yeah.
Luck.
Well, I feel
Really?
fairly obligated.
You don't have to. I just promise it won't be
What-
pretty
what-
for.
Do you
What
want this to be a
happens if he
lamer
doesn't?
story? Go ahead and spin the luck.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Wow.
Yeah, no,
what
no, no.
happens? What
No,
happens?
I clicked the wrong button. I will absolutely spend 5 luck to not kill my friend.
okay.
What are the
Would I
limitations
die?
on luck? Are there any? Well, you got it pulled up.
Yes, you can't luck a
Sanity?
luck roll or a sanity roll.
Okay.
Would I have died there?
You would have taken damage. I don't know how much health you
So
have left
death?
over, but you would have taken damage.
I don't know. You tell me.
How what's your character sheet say? Because I did update it on the sheet.
Hit points. Top
My
right.
hit points still say 10 out of 10.
Okay, well you took 8, so you're at 2 out of 10. And you probably would have taken at least 2. So you would have died, yes, or you would have went into dying.
But with a major wound, would have.
Yeah, there. I just
Well,
would
no,
be dead.
that's what. No, that major wound allows you go into dying status instead of going into.
We'd rush you to the
Unconscious.
hospital, but we don't have cell phones and we don't have a car.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
what point are you just dead? Like, how fucked up do you have to get?
You have
for
to
just,
take
like,
double your health and damage in one hit, and then you die,
Okay.
like outright dead.
Cool.
Okay.
But no, yeah, you go ahead, and the first aid doesn't really help any.
I eventually just smacked your hand. You're not helping. You're not. Stop.
Leave the first aid kit. Walk away.
Exactly.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna wrap it. It's not gonna be well. I'm not even gonna roll for it. It's not gonna help at all. It's all aesthetic. Just like.
If anyone has the medicine skill,
Mm.
you could also attempt a medicine roll.
The great thing about my medicine skill is that a success is also a critical success because it's a one.
My God.
It's a win-win.
Exactly. When you
Um,
win, you really win.
William's not paying attention to any of this bickering that's behind him. He's still kind of fixated on this monstrosity. And you can, if either of you are listening, he's just saying this monstrosity, maybe it must have conjured the shadows. And I'm just running the machete against its flesh, maybe a little bit
Ugh.
fixated on the blood.
Go ahead and roll for me a um hmm,
Literature?
no, not quite. Um Intelligence.
Oh,
You need an electronic repair roll, right?
success.
With the
Barely.
success. As you're stroking this
82 under 85.
this monster, you notice
Don't say it like that.
the wound. Well, said it.
Yeah, you're already here.
Um,
Say that.
with your machete, you notice that the where the wounds are is like a black ichor that it's has compared to the crimson that is on your machete.
Curious. I'll turn around and look at the group at this time and notice Frank's injury.
Oh, I am absolutely just draining blood.
Oh, and I guess where is Patrick?
Patrick is in the process of looking at his arm that has it has a nice little divot in it from where the machete cut through. But he's going ahead and just sort of wrapping it the best he can.
I'm gonna put the pieces together and maybe drop the machete and the shadows were from the monster, but perhaps the shadows were in me all along. I'm the monster. Run away.
I like it.
I'm not gonna run away. That'd be suicide.
In this place, probably. Just fall over a rock and just die.
Does anybody else? What's the base medicine?
1.
Or not medicine? First aid.
30.
I have 30. I mean, we could all just can't do worse than the last attempt.
Well,
We could just,
you can
take
only
me
take
to the
one attempt.
hospital.
I can't take you to the hospital. We don't have a car.
Yeah, you guys are a little bit out from a car currently.
I am willing to roll my medicine roll.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
You can only do one first aid, receive one first aid attempt until you get damaged again. But yeah, you could go ahead and roll a medicine on him if you would like.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, if nobody else is going to do it, I will roll my
Yeah.
one.
It's the same. Doesn't matter who rolls it. I can't seem to roll under 80.
Okay, here we go.
Can't do worse than last time.
Oh,
You
Ooh.
killed me.
Oh, that's so
Spend-
close. I
spend
can
8
buy
luck.
that. I can buy that.
You want to spend 8?
I feel obligated to. Yeah, I'll do it.
Why? It's fine.
All right.
This
You
could save your life.
go ahead and spend 8.
I'm not.
Would that be a
actively
critical?
dying.
Yeah, it would be
Or
a critical
extreme, I guess? Well-
it's a critical success. It's not
Yeah.
an extreme success, but it is a critical success.
Did you
Better.
just try to roll a 1 out of 100?
Yeah, and he rolled a
I
9.
did.
They almost got there.
But what if you rolled how high does he roll until it's another fumble?
96.
96.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You go ahead and drop
Which
it down
had
to 8.
higher odds than 1.
Right. You go ahead and you administer medicine, and you can now roll 1d3 for healing for him.
Worth.
until you get a 1.
Here comes a 1.
It's a critical, right? So you double the dice.
No. You gain 2 hit points back.
Yep, and then 4. Guys, I feel 40% okay.
Can you move that shoulder?
I'm assuming it's at least stopped bleeding.
It has indeed stopped bleeding, but it is still a absolute wreck from the bite you received.
What?
Where's
bit
Parker?
You.
I don't know.
Parker!
I'm gone, y'all.
Parker's nowhere to be found.
First the butler, and now Parker's gone. Did we ever find the butler?
If you're talking about Bill the driver,
Yeah, whatever.
yeah, you recognize his body as like the monstrosity. Like he's wearing the same clothes
Oh,
as that Bill was. It's just
Oh.
like more or less that his head looks like it got twisted off and covered in nails and bolts.
that's way different.
Got Leffy Lucy'd on his head.
You lose it.
So I hate to state the obvious, but either we are in a living nightmare. Well, we're definitely in a living nightmare. But this monstrosity appears to be Bill, and we're missing Parker. Did anybody see where Parker went?
They ran past me outside. Patrick will speak up. So maybe they're outside.
Let's retreat once again.
As you guys,
We keep going in, getting fucked, and running away.
exactly. You guys, let's go in. It'll be fine. As
I mean,
someone
we're
need-
already in. We're fine now, right? There's nothing else in here.
The flashlights. I feel great. Besides my crumbling sanity.
quickly speed running through that sanity.
I mean, look, if you are sane enough to say you're not sane, then you're sane enough for me.
Right. The first step is acceptance,
Yeah,
and then
maybe
grief.
maybe Parker's further inside.
I
Already gone this far. We're burning batteries. Who knows how long these diesel last?
I mean,
Let's go.
They're Rayovac, so probably not long.
We can't go anywhere else. Maybe there's a phone in here.
We can't leave?
We don't have a car.
Are you sure
Just
we don't?
walking?
start walking.
The door was open, right? We
Yeah,
left
yeah.
the door open with the headlights. We could see that the car, so we could probably assume now that Parker
Yeah, it's
probably
gone.
left with the car.
Oh, that's right. The headlights with like the safety feature.
yeah.
Because the shot. Yeah. Okay.
Now we're down to our flashlights. Parker definitely left with the car.
Parker, are you turning around to retrieve your rest of your people, or are you just driving off into the sunset?
Just log off.
Here.
One of those is a
because-
smarter answer
You
than the
should
other.
just leave.
So, Bruce,
Yes.
I'm gonna flip this on you a little bit. Roll me a d6.
I don't like this, and I will say no.
Roll me a d6, coward.
Nice. Insult the keeper. That's gonna go great.
We're already dead. We're just seeing how long it takes to get there at this point.
What do you mean weird? You're safe. You're out in the freeway.
I'm freaking out driving a limo. I
Just don't
think
get a
there's-
car accident.
Okay.
Do some
in
Final
LA
Destination
traffic?
shit.
Hey, guess what? My drive skill is 20. Okay.
That's space.
Yeah. So I can kind of. I
I
feel
thought
like
you were
I
s-
can. I could drive a car, kind of.
So
So
you were saying
yeah.
that's based.
Oh, that's,
That's based.
all right. Based, yeah.
Jesus.
All right. What'd you get on that
I
d6?
got a 3.
All right, I'm gone. I'm not coming back.
He left us.
Like the way I worked it was 1 to 3. I'm gone. 4 plus. I'll come back.
Can I spend
I
some luck to make you come back?
I mean, sure.
I can't even be mad.
No.
Like as a character, like even if I was Frank and they're like, Parker left, I'm like, you would too.
All right.
You know what? Give it another 10 minutes down the road, and then there will be a slight pang of guilt, and
as you
Parker
still
will
keep
turn.
going. Oh,
And Parker will turn around
all right.
while using the car
Investigating-
phone to call the cops.
But I
After
mean, in your
investigating the
mind,
door,
there's a strong chance you come back and they're just all your homies are dead.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling the cops at the same time.
There's a strong chance
Sounds
the
like
cops are gonna kill us.
sounds like SoCal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Justification? I show up and everybody's dead, and I get pinned for the murders.
Fleeing in a limo is not necessarily the right way to not be pinned for the murders.
Yeah, but I just call and I go, "Oh man, there's some shit happening at this warehouse."
did you leave your katana at least?
I never had a katana. I just have a blade skill.
Yeah, you
Because
should
well,
just-
Sounds
in
useless
reality,
without a
you should just
katana.
leave. Like, go home.
You should absolutely just
You
go,
should
but
just
you're in
go
a stolen
home.
car, so get out of that.
It's
Right.
been
okay,
reported stolen.
no, okay, we're swapping this up. That slight pang of guilt turns into the realization that this is a stolen vehicle. So I'm gonna ditch it, probably somewhere in the LA River, and like look for a new place. Actually, I'm just gonna ditch it in like the LA River and then get on a bus
And go home.
and go home.
It's the smartest thing any of us has done in this entire campaign.
So true.
And only using the LA River because Terminator 2 rules.
It does.
How
You
meta.
driving down the LA River?
Yeah. Right down it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna like drive down and then park it under an overpass. Like park it under a bridge somewhere and then get out and go find a bus stop
I love that
and
for you.
start using public transportation to get home.
All
All right. Well, after investigating the door,
Mm-hmm.
seeing that the limo's gone, Parker's gone, I'm just gonna shut the door slowly, and I'm just gonna quietly, not whisper, but not loudly, just say, "Into the heart of darkness we go." I'm gonna lock the door. I don't know if it has a lock.
It does indeed have a lock on the inside.
Cool.
Passcode 1776, if anybody ever forgot. All right. Because America.
I'm gonna grab my
Yeah.
my torch, puff out my chest, and say, "Let's go deeper."
Hot.
I'm not leaving this without a store. I can't. If I leave now, I'll always wonder what was in here, and I'd
Right.
rather die than wonder.
Wonder what's going on inside of this warehouse. So metal.
All right. All of the plants, are they all healthy and alive?
They are. And you would know since you spent such a good amount of quality time with them.
I did. I have a bad idea.
I love it.
I want to start a fire to light this place up in here.
Okay.
It's a big warehouse, right? And it's high ceilings, right? So we're not going to immediately suffocate.
Right, not immediately.
And there's a door. We have the way out. The scariest things are in the dark. I think this makes sense.
Man.
I love it.
I don't know that I love it, but is there a place that I can start a fire that looks like it won't get completely out of control?
Um,
I don't want to burn the warehouse down,
sure.
right? But a bonfire would make me feel like we have a safe space to go to.
I will say, let's take a gander here.
We didn't grab any fire starters from our trip,
Go ahead and roll
or did we?
some natural world here.
You know, as a rock star,
You know
I'm
what?
very
You know
good at
what?
that.
Let's actually. Just intelligence. Intelligence seems fine.
There's
There's
that
that
one.
one that we needed.
Holy critical success. Um, that's wild. Make sure to look at that and enjoy it, since you don't get to mark for any improvements. Um,
Nah, next time my intelligence is going up. Next
okay.
session.
Yeah, for sure.
Bet.
As you are looking around this warehouse, there are some spaces that you could start a bonfire that would be definitely better than others. But there's so much foliage in this place that leaving any sort of fire unattended for probably more than like 15, 20 minutes is going to start a fire in here that's going to get out of control very quickly.
I feel like if we're in this building more than 15 minutes, we're already dead.
I like it.
So yeah, if I can, and I do not have like fire starting skills. I have a lighter,
Yeah.
right? So if I think I can get a fire going with what I have, I will absolutely do it. Otherwise, we'll just rely on the flashlight.
I'm just imagining we're in full panic mode, and Edward is over here at the base of a tree, just trying to set it on fire with a lighter.
This got to work eventually, right?
Frank is
I
just
mean, he's a
bleeding from his
smart
shoulder.
guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like
Parker's
dodging
gone.
and staring, just like hanging out.
William's just whispering it to himself, just quotes from famous books.
We'll decide we'll go to the heart of darkness.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Frank is messed up.
Easy enough to find a group of thick leaves and branches that have fallen and be able to start up a fire with your lighter.
All right. Once it's sufficiently like going, right? Because I want some bright light. Does
Yeah.
anything change in here?
What's your sanity at?
32
32.
of 55.
Everything, I mean, it gets definitely brighter in here. Your flashlights still show off more light than the bonfire that's starting to adequately catch. But at this point, all the lights up ahead are completely off between the door and the pyramid that's at the back. So the only light sources that you guys can actually see is this bonfire, which is definitely starting to grow brighter and brighter, and the flashlights that are spread out between the four of you.
This was a better plan in my head.
Did the flute music ever stop?
Oh no, that is a very good thing to bring up. No, the flute is still happily being played towards the pyramid.
I'm gonna start marching towards the flute, and once I get like halfway down the path of where we've already been, I'm gonna say, "We march," or "I march. Follow me. If your hearts are true, find the source of this curse."
Yeah, okay. That definitely sounds like something
Please.
that
I feel like we just made eye contact. We were like, we're gonna die.
I picked up my machete.
Of course.
I'm not gonna just drop it. That'd be suicide.
yeah. Close,
Yeah.
locking this place up and
I'm over
walking in isn't, but picking up the machete, that needs to be done.
I've decided to turn my friendly fire from guilt to courage.
all right. Listen, this fire's gonna get going, and it's gonna light this place up, one way or the other.
You started a
Um,
fire? Well, we need to
yeah,
find those fire exits.
yeah. So, yeah, let's go. But we got like 5 minutes, and then we need to get out of here.
All right.
Burn this motherfucker down.
You guys head to the sound of the flute that is being played. And William, for the first time, with your flashlights, you can see this decently large pyramid sort of pushed up against the back of this warehouse. For the rest of you, it's a familiar sight. But the sound of the flute is coming from the very tip top of it.
Shining the light towards the top.
Mhm.
Is there anything?
As you shine the light towards the top, you do see the flute of being held afloat midair.
Poltergeist.
Psych, it's Parker. I'm back, baby. Boop-a-doo-doo.
Get down from there, Parker.
You're not my dad. Boop, boop,
This
boop,
place is
boop,
burning
boop,
down. We need
boop,
to
boop.
leave.
Not before my jazz flute solo. Hold on.
Are we thinking right now, like, if we return this flute, because that's like the only artifact that hasn't been returned to the podium pedestal? Right?
Slab.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. We got to return the flute. Return the flute.
Or suffer my curse.
Because I returned the knife and then it disappeared again, right?
Yes, it did.
Oh, that's a bad plan.
Flute's the only thing that's hasn't been returned to those pedestals. You don't think that would stop this curse? Whatever is happening here?
Does any of it make sense? I mean, that makes as much sense as anything else.
As you guys are having this conversation, floating about 40 excuse me, about 40 feet above you, you see a almost like ethereal being sort of floating towards the flute.
An ethereal being?
Yep.
Is this similar to the thing that I saw the first time I ran out?
No, that was just like a shadow that had no body. It was just like an abyss of a outline. This looks more like a spirit that is being pulled to the flute. Anyone can make an occult roll.
39, under 45.
Success. William and Edward, both of you guys remember Parker mentioning that this flute was used, or used to be used, to move the souls of kings and individuals to the other side.
I'm just going to say that under my breath, like I'm verbally remembering what Bill said. Souls
No,
of Kings.
I can luck that into a hard success, right? For 3,
Yep, you can.
I'm going to.
Okay. For a hard success. You obviously remember what Parker had mentioned. But you don't, as you sort of remember the occult objects that were here, there was no remnants of any individuals who were higher up. There was no crown. There, all these devices were used more of for more common individuals.
So I could feel like maybe we should be looking for something that was for like a noble or king or something.
Right, something that would a chief or something like that that would have more a high standing. But as you're sort of looking through a lot of these things, like the mask, the poncho, were held by a couple of different people. But it does make you remember back to he who shall not be named when you were in this tomb the first time. He was missing his mask, which was being worn by Frank before being returned back.
And the mask to get returned back. I will look at Frank. Do you know anything about the mask? What's going on? Did did the baloney boy? That's what we're calling him. Uh, was that his mask?
I don't really know, and I think something took over my body. But to be honest, that might have been a dream. We could already be dead. I'm not really sure. This might not be real.
Would there be anything to gain from a Cthulhu Mythos roll? I mean, I know a few of us are starting to pick up on that.
Yeah, you could absolutely try a Cthulhu Mythos roll if anyone would like to.
I'm actually
On it.
amazed my sanity is as high as it is. I didn't lose
Hard
any sanity?
success.
Um,
Damn.
you only lost like 1 or 2 points because you succeeded last week.
I could turn 2 points. I can spend 2 luck. Spend 2 luck to turn that to an extreme.
Extreme success. Ooh. When
I could
it,
spend the 13
3
luck
for
to
a
make that
critical is
regular.
pushing it.
Parker, you're not even there. You decided to turn tail, run for the winds, you coward.
Coward or genius?
Yes,
Wish I was
and
here.
Both, for sure.
Actually,
But
screw it. I'll go to 1. I'll spend 3 luck.
to go to
Can-
a critical extreme
Critical.
success.
Can I donate my
Should've.
luck to the rest of the group?
You can't.
I've got a ton
Doing
of
it
luck I can
anyway.
spend.
Okay. This entity you look at the outlines and you see a little closer where it's wrapped around the body, but it's hard to tell from a further distance. Looks like it's wrapped in some sort of cloth as it's moving across the sky. With your absolute critical Cthulhu mythos, you believe that someone is being moved from one side to another, and you thoroughly believe that it's not someone going to the other side, but someone coming from.
Yeah, being shunted with this information just as like through the mythos, you can't just read about some dark energy gave me this thought. Uh, but I'll remark on that cloth and the way it's specifically moving. So that being is not a spirit leaving this world, but something coming into ours. We need to stop that flute. Drown
Patrick.
out the sound with a power cord. Hit it.
um, you see Patrick sort of add a couple of shells from his pocket into the shotgun and cock it and ready to go. Let's do this then.
All right, who's leading the charge? After you.
This
I'll
one, I'm
do
the
it.
bard.
The bard.
Somebody give him a machete. I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I will write the songs of your triumph.
Luckily, my phobia is of Mayan culture, not Mayan architecture.
Exactly. um,
Just don't play any Mayan music from that flute.
please. As you sort of all look at each other and who's taking the lead here, Patrick will go ahead and slowly begin to head his way up. Shotgun aimed towards the top of it.
I'll shine the light.
All right, here we go. And you guys begin to ascend said pyramid.
So we're at the back with the lights, and he's got the shotgun.
Yeah, that's so far.
All right, are you shining your light forward for him, or are you watching behind us? Because we got to do both.
Good point.
And Frank, what are you doing? Well, Frank's
Frank's having a rough time, but he's in the process of slowly like limping up the stairs, just right behind William.
Frank could watch the fire if that's like he's pretty beat up.
That's very fair. He is definitely beat up. He could watch the fire if you guys wanted him. Prefer him there, not to make sure that nothing is affects the fire, so you guys have your safe place to retreat to.
I was going to. I think I'll stay at the base and make sure nothing comes up behind us, because I do have this like fear, this phobia since the first time we entered this place of like Mayan culture. So I'm getting the EBGBs of climbing this pyramid.
If I live through this, it's gonna be the coolest song.
It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna rip,
It's,
as the kids will say.
it's either gonna be the coolest song, or I am going to think it's the coolest song from the inside of my padded cell.
One of the two.
Maybe both.
As long as you
All right,
like it,
I
what
will-
else matters?
I will go in and provide the flashlight for the guy who's obsessed with the Yellow King to take lead into the Yellow King's house. Here we go.
You guys
Where's
begin.
Frank?
He's watching.
Frank is at the fire?
Yeah, Frank is at the fire. Make sure no one touches it.
What's the distance between everybody then? How big is the pyramid?
Okay.
So if I stay at the base and they're going to the peak, what are we talking?
Yeah, at a dead sprint, how long does it take me to get to the base, to the fire, and to the door?
Yeah. Okay. So from the base of the pyramid to the door to get out is about 150 feet. The from the fire you guys made is rough about 40 feet from the base of the pyramid. So you have about 110 feet between fire and the door. And pyramid going up is about 65 feet up.
I could sprint that.
I just got to sprint it faster than the other guy.
Exactly. You
That's
don't
all
have to
I
be
gotta
fast.
do.
You just have to be faster than everyone else around you.
I've got a view at the base. I think I got a view of Frank and the fire, and I should have a pretty good view of you guys. We're in hearing distance. If anybody says anything, I think we're good. This is a pseudo party split.
There's nothing pseudo about it. We've split the party 5 ways.
Only by 100 feet.
Well,
Well,
and
Parker driving.
and a couple miles.
We got Parker in one place. We got Frank. No, this is not good. Let's do it.
As you guys are getting close to the top of the pyramid, hold on, I gotta look something up real quick.
Here, the keeper say.
When you guys teleported, what made you teleport? Something you like touched or something? I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, it's pretty much an orb full of blood and probably drugs.
Oh,
Oh,
I say astral projecting
Where's
things
that
to
at?
be there.
at the top.
that's at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And do we see that?
You guys do not from the base though.
Cool.
Um,
I don't think I know anything about that.
no.
I mean, if anyone in the group said it, I'd probably think like, "The hell are you talking about?"
Let's go.
As you stand at the top, you see an individual that you have not met before. Sitting on the floor with a book that does look very, very familiar to you. One that was attempted to be burned from within the pyramid when you guys were there. Oh.
Bye, Warren.
Dropping like flies.
Dropping like flies indeed. Welcome back. I know it was very scary. Are you back?
My Discord died up for there for a second.
Oh, you're good. Let me know when your camera's back on. We can get back. Go.
All right, we're good. Sorry about that.
You're all right. I know it was very scary getting to the top of that pyramid. I understand.
It really was. I thought about just saying, oh, well, we could just call it right there
I mean,
to know what happens next.
all the specters and monsters, they're nothing compared to my fear of heights.
Exactly. But you get to the top, and like I said, there was a individual reading the book that Parker attempted to burn within the pyramid. He is sort of chanting it currently as he's chanting it. the flute is playing extremely loud. As now you are, at least Patrick has made it to the top, and is now equal level with the specter that's floating towards it.
Oh, he's probably not doing super well in this situation. All right, I'll go up with him.
Okay. Go up with him. The guy looks very panicked, almost like not expecting you to be here. But on him, we see he's wearing the mask. He has the scarf wrapped around his neck. The dagger laid in front of him, covered in blood. As you can now see the circle of blood wrapped, or that's encircling him. Flute playing over. All of the items that were in this area are currently being used in this ceremony, in this ritual, as it were.
You're not shooting him.
And Patrick is just there with a big smile on his face.
Hey Patrick, if you stop whatever he's doing, you can do it, and you can be the one to find all this stuff out instead of him. So let's stop him. No?
Roll a persuasion.
Oh, charm would be so much happier for me, but that's okay.
I have 22 points of luck I can give you if need be.
22 points of luck would not do it.
Just
Honestly, wouldn't have even mattered on the charm.
if you want to use charm, just like grab his ass.
True. You could try to push it.
That
Push,
seems like a
push,
really bad
push.
idea.
Push.
Thing with the push, you get to re-roll again, but if you fail, it's like taking a fumble.
All right, why not? Let's do it. All right, here we go.
I think you're gonna end up fumbling down this pyramid if you piss him off.
Oh, okay. You want to use some of that 22 luck I have to make it even better?
What's an extreme on 15?
I could spend 5 to
4?
get it to a 1. I can make it a crit, right?
I think it would be 4. Is it
4
25%?
for extreme, but you could put it down to 5 and make it a critical.
Yeah, I will do it. I've got 6
5.
luck left. I will
5 a critical?
spend 5 to get it to a 1.
He's got a 6 out of 15.
I was saying bring it down to 5. I was like 5.
What?
5 is a hard success.
Why would you do that? All right, you go ahead and bring it down to a 1, which would, again, the amount of critical successes this episode alone is out of this world.
I'm sitting on a fat pile of luck.
I was gonna say, luck doesn't mean anything at this point.
Or does
We're either gonna live or we're not. The saving luck for tomorrow does not matter. Of course, I just critically succeeded in telling him that he should take over the ritual. So
Take over the ritual, shoot him while he's doing the ritual.
he does
One
aim
problem
the
at a time.
shotgun and fires. At the base of this pyramid, William, as you show the flashlight up, you see the loud sound of a shotgun blast coming from the top of the pyramid.
I'll turn around and shine my light to see what's happening.
You can see the two of them at the top of the pyramid, but you can't see who was the receiving edge of the blast. Eddie, on the other hand, you can see what was left of a human being is now just splattered on the top of this pyramid. As the blood begins to soak into the pyramid itself.
Now it's time to go. Yeah. So some of the artifacts are like right around us, right?
Yeah. I mean, the scarf is on him, or what's left of the scarf. The blood is sitting at the like where right next to the book. Um, and the mask is still on his head.
I will grab the book and run.
As you go down to
Because
reach for
I
the
assume he'll
book,
follow after me.
as you go to reach the book, you hear this shotgun's rack, and as you sort of go to turn around, you see Patrick at the top aiming the gun at you.
What are we doing, man? We got to get out of here. The place is on fire. We're taking the book and we're leaving, right?
No,
You'll hear William yelling at the top. Is everything okay?
you told me I get to finish this to find out what's going on.
Yeah, I meant like we could read the book. You want to do the actual ritual?
Absolutely, we're finishing this.
Okay, that's yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you say, man.
So put down the
I
book.
will hold. Yeah, no, I'm holding. He's got a shotgun on me. I'm holding the book out to him.
He goes
Not
ahead,
not trying to mess with you, man.
takes the book, and you've seen this look in his eye before, of when he was in that hysteria when he first entered into the crypt. As he puts the shotgun next to him and continues reading the incantation.
We got to get the mask and the scarf on you too, bud.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. And he turns around and takes the scarf off and puts it on, and then puts the mask on. Like,
Is he paying attention to the shotgun the whole time?
no, he's now officially put his back on it to try to get the garb off of what's left of this individual.
What's
And
going on up there?
Oh god. Okay. Do I have any sense with a cult or
Mhm.
Cthulhu mythos?
Mhm.
Do I have any sense of how close we are to this ritual being complete, and what I can do to stop it from working without necessarily killing Patrick?
You would get a rough idea with occult, and you would get a definite answer with Cthulhu Mythos.
Nope.
You have no idea. You've never seen this ritual being done. You've never seen anything of this like level.
What's Frank doing?
Oh, Frank is in the middle of watching the fire, making sure nothing attempts to put it out.
You warm?
Yeah, I got this.
You're about
This is
40 feet away from the base of the pyramid. You can see someone with a flashlight pointing it up towards the top of the flashlight, and you did hear a shotgun blast ring from the top of the pyramid.
I'm gonna hide behind something.
I like it. Go ahead and roll stealth for me. Or sneaking, as it were.
So while on the
Stealth.
bus,
Mm-hmm.
Parker can smell that there's a ritual going on somewhere that's feeling some sort of way.
Of course.
Yep.
And
with
they
an
know
8.
everything they need to know about it. If only
Yep.
they were here.
True.
With an 8 on a roll for Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm seriously torn right now because I feel like we could end this by shooting this movie star in the back. But
I've
other
lost
than
Frank.
that, I don't. So he's got everything, right? So okay, he doesn't have the knife, but I don't know if he needs the knife. Like I can't just take that. Can I get the flute? Is the flute close to me?
Flute's currently floating more or less at eye level, about 5 feet away from you, being played still.
And it was like a wooden flute, right?
Yes, wooden flute.
Okay. While he's distracted, I'm grabbing the shotgun
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna yeet it off the pyramid.
Okay.
And then I'm grabbing the flute.
Okay.
I've got to hold on to the flute, and I'm just going to get the shotgun to where he can't possibly get it.
Okay. As you're pointing the flashlight up to the top of the pyramid, William, you see the shotgun just go off the side and start clattering down the side of the pyramid. Flute is now in your hands, Eddie, but still actively being played.
That's fine. I'm just running down the pyramid to get away from Patrick, and I'm going to try to get the flute to the fire, and I'm just going to throw the flute in the fire and hope that stops things.
Okay.
I also rolled a contested spot heading against Frank's stealth and failed that. So
Alright.
I've lost Frank. So I'm gonna go grab the shotgun and go find Frank.
You're goddamn right, he lost Frank.
What's going on up there? I've lost Frank.
And when I turned around, Frank had disappeared into the trees.
I'm grabbing
What's
the gun.
Patrick doing in the darkness?
Yodeling.
He begins to read and continue the ritual.
Oh, that's less than ideal. Okay, hopefully burning the flute's going to work. It's my last play.
You run down as quickly as possible and go ahead and roll spot hidden for me, Eddie. Success.
I got one.
You want to gain a luck to make it a fail?
I like it. As
Yes.
you are running down full speed, as this ritual is still being spoken, you see the spirit turn and continue to go go towards you as it begins to float.
Okay, that's maybe good. Maybe terrible.
You go ahead and make it to the bottom of the pyramid.
And now everybody's gone.
Everyone's gone.
Oh, I hate you guys.
Well, I mean, do I?
I should be headed
I'm
towards
just
the
high- I'm-
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
by the
saying,
fire.
as soon as you guys get down, it's just the fact that it just got to the bottom. It's dark. Besides the flashlight he has, as he's sort of trying to make in, not really seeing where Frank is, as Frank is also just hiding next to the fire, but with extreme success compared to his regular success on spot hitting, just doesn't see you. And the foliage is thick enough where he just sort of looks around, and off in the
In my
distance you can
defense-
barely see William. Sort of slowly, like sneaking with the shotgun, looking through, trying to find where Frank went off to.
Yeah, no, this is bad all around. I am
I
throwing the flute in the fire, and I make it a beeline to the door. I
Right.
will
The best
walk
person to hold
home.
the shotgun.
I'm gonna follow. God, names in this. game.
Eddie, William,
Eddie. Yeah, the one running, throwing the flute.
Yeah,
You.
Eddie.
I'm gonna follow you. In my defense, when I hid after the shotgun blast, I then proceeded to see a man walk up with a shotgun. I'm like,
I mentioned I took the one of the crowbars we had and just like busted the lock on the door after I locked it.
Yeah, exactly. They're all stuck in there now.
why would you do that?
I didn't
gonna
want fear
follow-
to get in the way of our adventure.
yeah, I'm following.
The
Eddie.
twist is William's a real villain.
Exactly.
The Yellow King was actually our ally in this.
Exactly.
At some point, Eddie will see me.
As you guys, as Eddie and Frank begin to run towards the door, William, are you following along as well, as now the cover of Frank hiding amongst the trees is now broken?
Yeah, if we're getting out of here, we're getting out of here. Where's Patrick?
Did the flute? What happened when I threw the flute in the fire?
It started. It just you. I mean, did you throw it and watch to see what happened, or did you throw it and just start running?
I mean, I wouldn't have waited long, but like if it's just floated out of the fire and kept
It
on
did not.
playing, I feel like okay.
It went into the fire, but it's still continuing to play. But it is in the fire. It's unsure from the moments that you stood by whether or not it took flame, but it did not float out of it anymore. You like threw it in, it went in almost like it was just like ready, like a wooden flute would react. You just throw it in, rattled around a little bit, but it's continued to play.
And the playing is unchanged.
Yes, as of right now, unless you want to wait a
Try-
little bit longer.
Try breaking it in half.
Well, it's in the fire now.
You want to reach in and take some
Hack
damage?
at it with the
I
Machete,
don't,
shoot
because
it
I,
with
I
shotgun.
also like I don't see Frank. I mean, at the moment, right? I
Right.
don't see Frank, and William is just like gone off to get the shotgun for God knows what reason. I don't know. I'm getting the hell out of
Okay.
here. And if these guys want to bring the Yellow King into the world, that's it. I did my part. I tried to burn the flute. I'm out.
All right.
The king's in for a surprise when he finds out we're a democracy. America.
Calls to go home.
Where's Patrick?
I'm out.
Sorry, go ahead.
Are you asking that to me, or are you asking that to Bruce?
Yeah, I'm not asking you.
Some kind of ritual up at the top. He's gone. He's trying to finish the ritual off. I just burned the flute. Why do you have the shotgun?
I was gonna go find Frank, but obviously he was just hiding behind a tree. I don't know. Why'd you throw the shotgun? It seems like something we should hold on to.
Well, because we'll talk outside. Let's just talk outside. We can regroup outside where it's light, and if you decide we want to come back in here again, we can do that.
We can't leave Patrick up there.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yep, we totally can. He's a movie star. He's fine.
If the
Okay,
three of us
let's
can
go.
get up there, we can carry him out.
Nope. Mm-mm.
The spirit is still continuing to come towards you guys. As it went from like aiming at towards the top of the pyramid, and it looks like it's heading directly towards you guys. Where you guys
Is
are
it
Not
following
the
us or
flute.
following?
Well,
the
you guys
loop?
are. This is happening as you're just sort of having this quick conversation before leaving. It's coming down towards the fire. As you guys continue to leave, it's continuing to go towards the fire.
Okay, so that spirit thing was going for the flute. How far is it? Guys, what's the distance at this point?
From the spirit to the fire,
Yeah, spirit to the fire, us to the fire.
you
Us to the
guys
door.
are probably about 30 feet away from the fire going towards the door. So you guys have about 80 feet.
80-ish. Yeah.
And then it is also about 30 feet at a diagonal towards the fire.
I've got to
That's-
save Patrick. I'm going back for Patrick. You can run like the cowards you are. Or come with me and have your names written in the
That
history
spirit
books.
probably shouldn't get to whatever that flute is.
Okay, then
that-
grab the flute and take it outside. Break it in half.
The flute's in the fire.
Just grab it. Just a little fire.
Just a little fire, he said.
It's a bonfire, and it's getting bigger.
Yeah, this bonfire is pretty decently sized at this point.
Just according to Laura, you can just walk on hot coals and it doesn't hurt.
We don't have time for this. I will run back towards the fire.
Okay? You run back towards the fire.
Are you
Just
going? You're going
yelling
to get
like,
Patrick?
"Go!"
Is
I'm going
William
to-
going to get Patrick?
I'm
or
going
is
for
he...
Patrick.
Okay.
No man left behind.
What is
I
Frank
will
saying?
go- I will just stay.
Come on, Frank.
Back. No,
You're
like
gonna-
I'm gonna be.
You're gonna be a failure of a
homies.
boxer your entire life. You're gonna be a hero.
A failure. Happily
Got him.
failure. I'm gonna follow you. Like I don't want to be away from the homies because I'm too scared to be by myself. But I'm definitely like gonna be as far back as I can without like going. I don't want to go up this pyramid thing. I'm just gonna be like, I'll be in a fire here, and I'll
I
just
need
gotta
you.
wait to leave. No, you don't.
I can't
we're
carry
just gonna-
Patrick by myself if he's up there
I
paralyzed.
can't. I'm one arm down.
You don't need
Yeah,
arms.
no.
for this. I just
I'm
need
out.
your back.
I'm out. Let's go. Let's go. This is insane. We need to get out of here. We need help. I don't know what Patrick is doing, but there's stuff involved. Like we know this is a bad idea.
I'm just
It's only
there
50
we
feet
go.
that way,
Come on.
100 feet back. I'm going to okay. Realistically, if we've been chatting for maybe like what 30 seconds now.
Yep.
Is anything happening to that flute in the fire? Is it starting to
Yeah,
burn?
it's starting to blacken.
Mm.
Is the
made
music
of metal.
changed at all?
Yeah, it's
Like, is
become
it starting to get?
distorted.
It's gonna be a while for it to actually melt. It might not melt at all, to be honest. The fire might not be doing anything to it, really.
As you guys have
Wood
wrapped up
flute.
this conversation, the spirit has approached as it goes into the fire. Anyone within 40 feet of fire needs to go ahead and
I
roll.
feel like I'm pretty good. I feel like
that-
naturally, as soon as Frank saw that, he's backing much farther than 40 feet away.
Yeah, I mean, are we for? Like, I know you said we were 30, but I was saying let's get out of here. So, like, I feel like I'm probably right on the edge of that, but I don't know.
I was probably
Oh.
close to the fire, but
Yeah,
you know, we were having a conversation.
I will say William will be definitely within it because you were on your way back to
I'm trying
get Patrick. I will say that Eddie is also just at the cusp of it because you were going back and forth on trying to decide whether or not
Absolutely.
which way.
Yep.
And I will say that Frank, you were all on the side. You're like, I'm gonna watch from back over here.
I ain't about that life.
So I need William and Patrick to go ahead and roll for me.
See, y'all trying to be heroes, but I'm working with 4 health. All right.
I wasn't
Gotta
trying to
play
be a
safe.
hero. I just started to feel bad.
Ain't no reason to be a hero when you got a car.
A dodge.
I'm
We're
a
in
con
this
man, so.
deep.
A dodge?
A dodge.
I'm more of a ram.
You
Ooh,
would be.
yeah, 6 dodge. I thought. Oh wait, why does it say 6 for me?
Dodge is ram.
That's
Whatever.
the
Chevy.
joke.
Jesus.
No. I
My
told
dodge
him
is
off.
actually 30. First of all, not
yeah,
6.
I was looking. I was like, that's not
Not
right.
sure why it says 6, but I still failed. It's been luck.
It looks like you were trying to roll for an extreme.
Oh, that's why. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Still failed.
Okay. Both of you have failed. As a
Tell me how
burst-
much damage it is, and then I'm gonna actually change that with luck.
as a as a burst of energy sort of ripples out from the fire as the ghost touches it, and you guys will take 4 points of damage as you guys are hit with a concussive force. This multiple things happen. First, the fire goes out. Second, the flute stops playing.
We would.
And third, you hear a hysterical cackle coming from the very top of the pyramid.
I'm out. Yep, I'm out. I'm
We
out.
gotta save him.
Nope, I am
No,
out.
Yeah.
I can fix
I see
him.
the explosion. I'm assuming.
I can fix him. Oh my god.
Did Eddie get knocked prone?
No one is knocked prone. You guys just took a decent chunk of damage as you guys were you stumbled a little bit from the concussive blast, but not enough to be knocked prone.
As soon as it explodes, it's gonna be one of those like I kind of like run close enough just to like kind of grab Eddie and kind of get him like move his momentum in the right direction of out.
We are like, wounded soldiers together running out of this warehouse.
Patrick, get down from there. Stop your cackling.
Stop your.
As we're running, like he's dead. He's dead. Fuck him.
Dead. Do we hear sirens at this point?
One moment.
Get outside.
I'm assuming this warehouse is up to
Nobody
fire
knows.
code,
Yeah.
so there should be some fire alarms.
Yeah.
Well, the fire is out now.
So after fire comes smoke.
It's a good point, I guess.
I mean, it's
Got 'em.
fucking it's spooky ghost fire smoke. Doesn't really count. We don't know what's gonna happen.
The sprinkler's gonna pop on.
Plus, we don't know it, but Parker called the cops.
It's true. Before I ditched the car, I did call the cops.
I'd like to put an anonymous tip in.
Did anyone take half, or from that blast, did either of you take half of your maximum hit points and damage?
I did not.
Perfect.
Why would they be concussed?
No, they would have gained a major wound, and some other things might have happened that could have been interesting.
I
I'd
killed
be
you.
dead, by the way. You said 4 damage.
Yeah.
Y'all are like, come on, let's go. I'd be dead right now if I listened to you.
If we weren't standing there bickering and would have just went to save Patrick, we wouldn't have been near the blast.
No, I'd still be dead. I guarantee it.
All right, so we have the cackling still happening up top. We have the wounded soldiers wobbling towards the door.
Hell yeah.
William, what are you doing? Are you continuing to head up?
I'm picking myself up, grabbing the shotgun, shining the flashlight towards the laughter.
Okay.
Is it Patrick?
What do we
It-
have?
Is Patrick wearing the mask?
All right, I'm gonna go towards Patrick. I'm gonna also shine the light towards the trajectory of the Phantom.
Mhm.
See if I can still see that outline anywhere.
As you look around, you don't see the Phantom. You don't see anything.
And I'm gonna check the ashes for the flute.
You do see a heavily destroyed flute.
All right, I'm gonna stomp on the flute.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go save Patrick.
You head up to Patrick.
You guys save yourselves.
We're gone. We
I'll
didn't hear
save
anything you
Patrick.
Yeah, we're gone.
said. We're gone. We don't hear anything. You just said we've long since been gone.
Guys,
As the two of you make it out the door. You guys hear the sound of sirens off in the distance, growing louder and louder. From the outside, all the glass that is on the top of the building is blackened where you can't see through because of the smoke that's collected at the top. It looks very ominous in this lighting. It almost like it has the sun has a red tint, or not the sun, the sky has a red tint to it.
So we should start walking, huh?
I'm gonna let these sirens come get me.
Do you think
I-
maybe we're gonna get blamed for dead people in there, and stolen cars, and dead people?
I mean, we're both heavily injured. We're probably gonna be looked at as victims, to be completely honest.
That's a good point.
I also didn't hurt anybody. I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
breaking
true.
and entering,
Neither
maybe.
neither of us did.
It's fine.
We were invited in, weren't we?
Kinda.
You guys also entered the E code. And, technically, it's the
I mean, Frank got bit. Like, I have a lot going on here that I'd like a doctor to look at, and cops
That's
will get
fair.
me there faster.
Yeah, no, okay. All right. You're seriously wounded, so like we're out here, okay, victims. Yeah, that's fair. That's accurate and fair.
Did you kill anyone today?
I really don't think so.
I don't like that you don't know that for sure.
It's been a really weird day. I threw a flute on a fire. I left Patrick up on the top of that pyramid. I did not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I
Well,
killed anybody.
When the cops ask, you should figure out the answer.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah, no,
go
I
to
did
the
not. I did
hospital
not
and
kill
go.
anybody. I ran away. I didn't kill anybody.
There you go. I'm gonna go to sleep now in this corner.
Coming from
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
just lay
inside.
down. I'm just gonna sit down I'm gonna go across the street, by the way,
Yeah.
from where this is, and just kind of sit on the curb, and just kind of lay down.
As all this is going on, William, you hear from the top of the pyramid, the laughter has stopped.
Stay with me, Patrick.
As you see Patrick sort of fall, like almost like he was pushed, and he falls at. It's still on the base of the at the top of the pyramid, I should say. Excuse me. But you see him sort of grabbing on, like he's trying, like he's being pulled towards the center of the pyramid, but he's holding on, and you just hear, William, don't leave me.
I'm coming. Don't let go.
And I'm assuming you're taking a full sprint up to.
Sprinting. Yeah.
Okay.
Climb up this pyramid.
As you get to the top, that was out of your line of sight. You see an individual wearing a large crown, a similar mask to the one that is being worn, or that was being worn
Is it off of Patrick?
by Patrick. Yes, now on this individual, covered in bandages from head to toe, and a beautiful yellow robe that's sort of seemingly flowing as if wind was blowing on it, but just sort of flowing behind him. I need you to make a sanity roll for me. As you are looking at the true King in Yellow.
Glad I went home.
Hopefully, this doesn't result in your home being destroyed.
I mean,
How close to the top am I when I witness His Majesty?
You are about 5 feet from the top of the pyramid.
Can I like reach? While we're figuring out how much sanity I'm about to lose, can I reach Patrick? Am I in arm's length? 5 feet, maybe like half an arm's length, or
Yeah. You would
halfway
be
there?
just about in arm's reach of him. Yes. You lose. Let's see here. You had a success. You lose 3 points of sanity as you stare at the King in Yellow. And you can see the bandages sort of that are wrap around him are the things that are pulling Patrick as it's sort of like extending from his chest and pulling the legs of Patrick towards him.
Release him, you son of a bitch!
He looks
As I'm starting to reach towards Patrick.
straight at you. He will as you reach towards him and pull, go ahead and give me a
Literature?
yeah, a literature to try to pull him free. No, a strength.
I'm gonna challenge him on his knowledge of his own story.
Exactly. A strength.
I
to
challenge thee.
try to pull him free from the bandages that are pulling him towards the King in Yellow.
What'd you say? His strength?
Yeah, strength.
What's that? 15. I can spend 15 luck.
Okay.
Make that a success.
Okay. You pull him. And you pull him free. Right as you pull him free, the king in yellow disappears.
Oh darn! I had a sweet one-liner I was about to say.
Yellow's
Save it for
not
the
your
book.
color.
I was going to say, "Long live the king."
Oh. You're more of a winter.
Yeah, it
Maybe I'll
disappears.
write that in the book
Mhm.
when I get out of here alive.
Yeah.
Come on, Patrick.
As you make it down or continue to like get Patrick up on his feet and begin to run down, and you see Patrick. You've seen and heard cases of what happens when your sanity is almost to its breaking point. He's just about there. But
Is there a breaking point sanity in this
zero,
system?
just zero.
Okay. Okay.
More or less, you just could tell that he is.
Okay.
he's almost just gone.
I think I think Delta Green
Yeah.
breaking point sanity is an actual thing. It's like actually I think I might be there.
No,
No, we're good.
No, and this is just hitting zeros when you become an NPC. But you get to the base of the pyramid, and right before you, the king in yellow appears and takes off his mask, and you can see one long tentacle go and try to attack you. His dexterity is higher than yours, so he does get to go first. But you can try to dodge if you would like, or try to hit back.
I need to. I'm going to ready the shotgun.
Okay.
I'm going to hit back.
So you're going to try to dodge out of this attack?
No, I'm gonna. Can I do an attack?
Yeah, you
With
could
the
either
shotgun?
you could either try to attack back and see if you get a higher success than he does.
Right. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Long live the king. There we go.
I like it.
How many shots do I get in that thing before it has to reload? 2?
Yeah, 2. He got a 24,
Under
which
5,
is
right? He has a 5 and whatever attack
no,
he's doing.
that's a that is a hard success for him. Are you wanting to spend any luck?
If I went for a hard luck, that would be 7,
What is it?
37.
37 luck.
I could do it, but I'm not gonna burn luck. Who knows? This character might go on to the next Call of Cthulhu companion.
I love it. I hope for
You
all
wanna
of our
borrow-
sakes that he does.
You want to borrow 22?
I've got 63 luck
What the hell?
still, after spending 15 on my strength roll.
That's so much damn luck.
I started the session with 81.
Good lord.
All
I think
right,
I have a max of like 12.
you're going to take.
I'll see what the second shot does if I make it to the second shot. Then we'll decide if I want to burn some luck.
As the tentacle hits you, it wraps around your head, and one fluid motion just crushes your skull.
So that's only what, like 2 hit
You
points?
take 14 points of damage.
Oh yeah, that killed me. That killed me with full health. If I had full
Yeah,
health.
yeah. You just crushed instantly. You fall.
That's right.
And with that being said, no one knows what happens left to Patrick. The cops show up. They definitely check out the two of you. Um, Frank, you are absolutely just sent to the hospital straight away to deal with your extreme injuries that you have. What's your sanity like?
Surprisingly pretty high. I'm at 32 out of 45.
Okay. You are not sent to the psych ward portion of the hospital, but just to the regular portion to receive medical aid.
Let's go.
Roughly about this time, Parker,
Yeah.
you just hopped off the bus and you are about mere steps away from your home.
Sick. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna boot up my computer and start the process of getting online so that I can tell my story in
Eddie,
a cool blog post.
you have some wounds, but they're not extreme, correct? Or do you take any damage? Sorry, you're muted. Maybe?
I was at 8 out of 12.
Okay. So they look you over and they do offer you to send to the hospital. Well, not for like extreme damages, but still to get some rest and medical help. What's your sanity looking like as well?
32 out of 55.
Okay. Once again, they consider it, but they go ahead and move you to just the medical wing of the hospital. A few days go by. Eddie and Frank, you guys are still inside the hospital receiving medical attention.
Okay.
Patrick, you posted your story as most of it, some people believe it as it goes in those rooms. Some people do. Some people don't. But the three of you hear a story, a new story. One found dead. In an abandoned warehouse. Inside was completely empty. Unsure of what the warehouse was used for or who it belonged to. But it is known that the person who was found dead was the one, the only William Porter. It's quiet for the next few days as you guys are still in the process of understanding everything that went down inside of that warehouse.
Yeah,
Parker,
I mean,
you're muting down for or powering down for the night after reading through the different posts, different threads. And in the reflection, you see an individual standing behind you.
Rip. I'm assuming it's Patrick.
No,
Oh.
the Bologna boy.
Oh, damn.
In the
Uh,
in the
yeah.
in the reflection of your monitor that is a black screen, you see this sort of standing behind you about 10 feet.
Creepypasta.
Well, I failed my sanity
With baloney.
check.
You panic and stand up and look behind you. There's nothing there.
Damn. I'm gonna go get the machete out of my closet from all the stuff that had been going on, and that's gonna live right next to my bed there. When in doubt and fighting celestial beings, a machete should probably do it.
Seems right.
Where's your katana?
I've never had a katana. You've just decided since I have a blade skill.
Eddie and Frank. You guys are in the hospital. You have been for about 4 days. Have you kept in touch during this time, or have you tried to avoid each other?
I'm not avoiding, but I'm not reaching out.
I would say, I mean, I don't know how bad my wounds were.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'd still be in the hospital after 4 days unless they're like forcing me to be.
Mm-hmm. They're not forcing. They highly suggest it, but you can check yourself out at any point.
What are they like? What are the doctor like? What are they saying my wounds are like?
It just looks like
What's
you've
going on?
had some severe bludgeoning damage to you. So they're in the process of just trying to make sure that nothing's broken, making sure that you're getting enough rest, taking care of you, just making sure that they're providing medical attention to help the healing process.
Yeah, all right. I mean, if they're recommending I stay in, I guess I will because
Okay.
I don't need to be trying to go against their advice when they're already probably skeptical about
Right.
my story because I know my story sounds
Mhm.
insane and I'm not telling them the crazier parts. Uh, so yeah, I mean, if Frank was real messed up,
Mhm.
if he's not like trying to be friendly, I'll probably just keep to myself. And I feel like I'd be dealing with a lot of this by writing some songs that I probably shouldn't in reality, but
Right.
that's what I'd be doing.
Go ahead and make a roll for me real quick here.
Which one?
Mm. Songwriting. If you're trying to write a song here. As you're trying to
Having trouble getting it all working. Yeah.
exactly, as you sort of are in the process trying to figure out how to put what you went through and survived into song form, everything sort of almost like just thinking back to it just sort of triggers your flight or fight responses where it just makes you instantly almost go to panic and you stop, put the pen down, put the book down, and your heart rate elevates. So you have a couple of nurses coming, making sure you're okay, check you out, and then go along on their business. One of these times after you attempt to write the song, though, you walk out of the bathroom, and it's late. As you walk out of the bathroom that's attached to your room, and outside of your window of your room that is in the hallway, you see um, a the king in yellow standing before you.
Outside the window.
Yeah, yeah. And that's would be out in the hallway. Like people should be seeing him. But he's just staring right at you.
I toss him the bird and turn around.
Okay. Nothing happens. As you go to sleep that evening, it finally clicks when you wake up. The song is there. However you want to have it titled, it's up to you, but you had it sort of all just clicked together.
But I feel like the title is clearly The King in Yellow, right?
I would hope so, but I didn't want to put that in your mouth. Um, Eddie, as you sort of similar, as you're sort of waiting, and they are absolutely forcing you to stay to make sure that this bite wound is taken care of effectively, because they
Frank?
still can't. Yes,
Frank.
Frank. Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, whoa.
Making sure that this bite wound is taken care of correctly, because they can't match what this bite wound is even similar to. So making sure there's no poison, no any sort of disease or anything in you, as well as making sure that it's treated properly. They are highly suggesting that you take care of this and stay at the hospital until they make sure that they have completed all their tests and make you recover from this major wound that is in the process of also sort of reconstructing your shoulder. As you're watching TV at the end of one night, you turn it off, and in the reflection, and it's the king in yellow, but where he's standing, it's just out of your peripherals to your left, in your room with you.
Yeah, I mean, just out of like, I'm sure just out of like pure like spook, I'm like, whoa, and just like look right where it's supposed to be. Is there anything there?
Nothing there.
Do I look back at the TV? Is he still in the TV?
No, she's gone.
I'm gonna turn the TV back on and just turn the volume down. And then I'm just, nope.
Turn the TV on, mute it,
Yep. Go back to just trying to sleep, I guess.
and with that, we will go ahead and wrap up our Call of Cthulhu story.
We did it.
William's son. He's going to be so worried about his father.
I'm sure they had a
John Paul.
wonderful funeral for him.
John Paul Porter. Actually, they weren't really talking. But
Good old JP Porter.
Yeah.
JPP. At least William is now reunited with his deceased wife.
Exactly.
I really thought you were gonna say reunited like with his editor or something.
Finally. Every author's dream.
No.
I'm a widow. I'm a widow. Yeah, my editor died.
Exactly.
Frank's gonna go get a real job.
Yeah. For those of you who had survived, we will, if you would like to use these characters in future shows of ours or future episodes or whatever, you can absolutely go ahead and roll for advancement if you had survived.
Yeah.
Otherwise, rest in pieces. 3 out of 5 had made it out without any sort of, I wouldn't say untouched, but at least
Cowards.
at least get to tell the tale of what occurred.
My grip will probably never be the same, but
No.
whatever.
Absolutely not. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us this evening and watching this small little story here of our Call of Cthulhu story. Next week we have a new story that we're going to be rolling out, and that is going to be We Run the Dungeons, where the 5 of us, plus Travis, get to be players. And then we have Matt coming back, and he's going to be the GM for our new D&D show. So this
Isn't
is
it actually DM this time?
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, it's actually
Have you
DM.
ever been a player on one of your own shows?
No, never.
This is groundbreaking.
It really is groundbreaking. The fact
I was there.
First TK will be
yeah.
Sorry, we're gonna have to kick you off the show.
No, not again.
It was great playing with you.
Oh.
We just don't really think that you fit the overall vibe.
Yeah, that's fair. I get to log in, like turn on the Discord, turn on the stream, and just walk away
Yeah.
from my computer for a couple hours.
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
It's all right. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for actually being able to be a player, and be on the lookout. And again, it's gonna be the same time, same day, 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to come and hang out. It's gonna be a very, very good time. And then also make sure to check out twitch.tv/GenCon TV for our Vampire the Masquerade. That's every Tuesday. And then last but not least, make sure to go over to our sponsor, Adventure Dice, and check out a set of dice. If you use code JBrews, you go ahead and get 10% off of our any dice set that is not the sweet dice sets that they have for charity. Those ones you still have to have full price, but every other dice set is discounted. That also works on any subscriptions that you might find over there. So again, that's gonna be code JBrews for 10% off your order. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow for some sweet horror game action. So make sure to swing on by. It's gonna be a very good time, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Love me some horror games.